What is up, everybody? Uh-oh,
What
I'm not
happened?
working here.
You ain't got no
Uh,
audio?
I'm getting no audio.
I got you on my end. Check your sources right quick.
2 seconds, guys.
Anyway, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream tonight. We're going to be talking about Smackdown from Riyadh. Now, I don't know. I wasn't overly impressed with tonight's results. It was kind of a meh show. It was definitely a go home show for Night of Champions. I uh, I always kind of feel like that the pre pay per view show. I'm sorry, PLE. Pardon me. The pre
There we
PLE
go.
shows are not as good as you would think, right?
Absolutely. I think now everything should be good. Everybody should be able to hear me. Sorry about that. I'm not really sure what the fuck happened there, but I mean, for a go home show that kind of acted as like a small ish pay per view, I guess so to speak. Uh, it didn't disappoint. That's for sure.
Yeah. I
So
really thought that it was going to be a little bit better than it was, but that's just me. Guys, you're
we,
welcome to join us on the stage here. I'm gonna put a link up in the chat. That way, anybody that wants to come talk to us can just say, "Hey, I'm on the stage. Let me talk."
Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right.
You
I
good?
think we're in share chat. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. All
All
right,
right. Yeah,
so you
everything
want
is
to open us
solid.
up, cuz?
All right. So we've got WWE Smackdown from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Tonight, this is the 627 edition. Opening up the show tonight, guys, was actually no. Let's before we get into tonight's show, let's actually go ahead and do a small Raw recap. So I'm gonna go over this really fast, guys. LA Knight is out indefinitely with separated rib cartilage.
It's vacation
Uh,
time.
yeah, I think we discussed this last time. We said it was vacation time. So
We did. We
enjoy your
did.
vacation, Mister Knight. Uh, Braun Breaker took on Penta in a pretty decent match that I really figured they would give Penta. Penta goes for a springboard off the middle rope, and Breaker catches him with that fucking destructive spear. One,
Yeah.
two, three. That match is over. Jade advanced to the finals of the Queen of the Ring, so she will be taking on Asuka.
Yep.
Raw next week, guys. Monday, which will be June 30th.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anywho, Raw comes on at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for that event.
Yeah, that's weird.
Uh, so then we had the only title match of the night, which was Bayley versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental. And
Yeah.
Lyra Valkyria ended up screwing that up, so that's not even really worth discussing. Cross
Right.
versus Sami Zayn was made official for Night of Champions tomorrow night. That's exciting. And Cody beat Jay to advance to the finals of the King of the Ring. And I will tell you guys, if you did not watch that match, I'm sure you can find it anywhere. Go do yourself a favor and watch that match. There was a segment tonight we'll discuss here in a minute, and I'll elaborate on it more. But it wasn't wrong.
I mean, it was a real
Um,
barn burner from what I'm hearing.
oh man, like match of the year, hands down match of the year. Man, they threw everything at each other, including the kitchen sink, and was still able to get up after the match and show the utmost respect to one another and finish the show that way.
Right.
I, I've got some big news that I'd like to express. I am happy about this. I've been begging for this for about 2 months now, and it is now happening. Starting July 4th episode of SmackDown, they are going back to a 2 hour time slot.
Which
You
is
won't find a
amazing.
happier person than this man sitting right here chatting with you guys about what's going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
I read that today, and or no,
We've
I'm
been
sorry, I read that yesterday.
we've been talking about that for God. I know at least 2 months. At least
Oh
two
yeah,
months.
hands
It's
down, hands
it's excruciating just how long SmackDown is, and Raw is not a 3 hour show. So
down.
why
Yeah,
should SmackDown be? I just saying.
It, no, I mean you're absolutely right, but the fact that they actually finally listened to the fans and everybody else probably telling them, "Hey, you don't need to be on that long." They're going back to 2 hours. I'm excited to watch wrestling on Friday night.
You want to know what I'm excited for?
What's up?
WWE Unreal premieres on July 29th. That's the behind the scenes show on Netflix. That's going to be fucking epic, dude. Like, I can't
And
wait
again,
for
guys,
that.
you have heard us
Oh,
discuss this on here a couple of times already. It got dropped today, and I made sure to put it in the notes for tonight to let you guys know that yes, they finally dropped a release date. Like Josh said, it is February, or I'm sorry, February, July 29th, and I think it's like 7, 8 p.m. I don't remember seeing the time. I just know they said they were
man, it's
dropping it.
going to be on Netflix. Doesn't matter. I'll watch it that night. Oh, I probably
Exactly.
won't watch it live, but I will watch it.
I'm excited to see how it, like how they actually go and do everything. I want to see what a day in the life of Triple H is really like.
You
I
know,
know it's hectic. I know it's chaotic,
I imagine he has
but
to make so many decisions. It's
oh
just,
yeah,
oh,
oh yeah.
oh,
Like
uh,
I mean, I've seen like a couple of the snippets for it. Yeah,
yeah,
and it looks, it shows him, setting up entrances for Penta and other people and things like that, and like he describes everything to a T. Like
yeah,
he choreographs this thing to a T. Like
yeah.
I'm very excited to watch this. I may do a review on it personally, my own, maybe with Hat. We'll discuss that, further down the road, but it may be something I do. It may not, honestly. It just really depends on how it is. But anyway, enough about the outside information that we got. I'm glad we got to discuss that with you. But Hat, why don't you welcome us into SmackDown tonight?
All right. Well, tonight, SmackDown, as we said, emanated from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And we all know how CM Punk feels about Riyadh, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The opening segment saw Rhodes and Orton. Rhodes came out, didn't say a fucking word, right?
Man cannot get it in.
Never, never. Orton's music hit. Riyadh, and I said this during the promo. The man hasn't been this over since he started, and he's
Yeah.
been over a lot, but he is
Oh yeah.
way over now. I'm still calling Orton for King of the Ring. So, but they both came out to say I'm going to be the next king. Blah blah blah. It was a standard promo. Um, I don't know. What are your thoughts, man? What do you think about Rhodes versus Orton?
I
Teacher
think it's
versus
going to be a
pupil.
solid, exactly. Teacher versus pupil. I'm excited to see this match. I have to agree with you. I would like to see Randy Orton take it.
Yeah.
However, and I'm way out of the camera view here. I just now seen that. However, I do say they're going to give it to Cody Rhodes because I mean it's just
So
that
we
time.
disagree. We disagree. You
Yeah,
think it's
yeah,
gonna
I
you
do disagree.
okay.
I would like to
Okay.
see Orton win because he did get screwed out of it last year. We did discuss this last Friday night. He did get screwed out of it. I would like to see him get that justification and that redemption and win it this year. And I mean, there's probably somewhere down the line going to be some kind of of another opportunity to get to the heavyweight title picture.
Yeah.
So if Orton wins, obviously, like it's going to be for nothing. Like whoever wins this, I feel as though it's going to be for nothing. But
Yeah,
it's a good
either
way to
man's
build
gonna
up
lose.
something else. Yeah, yeah. No matter who goes to, it's what SummerSlam, right? That he goes
Yeah.
and take on. Yeah,
Yeah.
whoever he takes on at SummerSlam, he's going to beat. Like they're not going to have him drop the title yet. We got to talking about this earlier, and I absolutely agree. Like they're starting to draw too much off of this, and even though he's supposed to be a heel, he's already starting to shift. So he
Yeah, I
might
mean
not actually have to like do some heroic thing to become a face again.
we
Really?
talked about his pipe bomb last week, right? How he
Oh
was
yeah.
emulating CM Punk. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
icing on the cake later. But the next
Like,
thing that came up, the next thing that came
hey,
up,
what's up, bro?
we'll talk
WD, how you
about
doing,
that.
brother?
Hey, WD. The
That's not
next
showing me that.
was backstage with I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see WD. backstage with Solo and Mateo. Solo tells Mateo to take Jimmy out and he will take care of Jacob tomorrow. Listen, man, Solo Sikoa is not going to be Jacob Fatu. He's just
No,
not.
no.
It's just not coming. So, you know, bygones be bygones. I still think Jacob's going to hold strong, and I think he's going to have Jimmy in his corner, all because of this
Uh,
match here.
yeah. After the match, he did come out and make the save. So it's and we talked about this again last week about the fact that Roman said that the bloodline wasn't done yet. We were still in the low innings. I feel as though we're in the mid innings.
Yeah,
I think we're somewhere. I think we're somewhere between six. No, I'll say five and we'll say 5 and 7. I think we're
yeah,
somewhere in that area. 4, I think, was the end of Roman Reigns. 5, I believe, was like the rise of Jey Uso. 6 is going to be like the rise of Jacob Fatu. And then you might even see somewhere or another a rise of Jimmy Uso. I don't see that one as much. Sorry, guys. But the reason I say that is he's just not a draw like Jimmy is, like Roman is. Like they took what they were. Yeah, there we go. We didn't
yeah.
have
I
any
fixed it.
shared chat going. We do
I
now.
fixed it. I fixed it. Keep going.
Yeah. Well, WD said hi and bye,
Hi,
by the way.
WD.
But we got Jimmy. They could still get to do it. Huka Leo. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a cousin of the family. He's in WWE now. He's been doing a lot of dark matches, and that man, that's a beast. That's a beast.
Yeah.
But
No,
anyway, guys, I feel as though Bloodline still around, still going. Maybe a change in leadership. Maybe Jacob take over and Solo follow lead. I don't see
well,
that as much because
as
he's
far
got
as
that
the
taste of.
as far as the
Mhm.
actual match went,
Yeah.
Jimmy, he got the dub, I think, didn't he?
No,
No,
JT got the
Mateo
dub
did.
clean.
Mateo did. But
Yeah.
it was the aftermatch that Solo came out and was like, "Come on, man, come back." Tried to hug him. And Jimmy goes into the hug and then just right in the kisser. Oh, it was beautiful.
Right.
I loved it. I loved it. It was great. Yeah. So you wanna talk about the United States Championship there, bub?
I think this is honestly the shock of the night, guys. In a very very solid United States Championship match. Julia, newcomer to SmackDown, is officially the new United States Women Champion, beating Zelina Vega tonight in a very, again, solid match. Went back and forth. We had a lot of commercial breaks tonight, guys. I think we clocked it at
Hey,
like 15, 16 tonight. It was pretty
you,
bad.
you may want to get back in frame, Cutso.
Oh, I'm here. Hi. Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot. I've got the camera sitting a little. I'm trying to get it to sit like
Can you?
comfortably and get that out of the way. That's what I'm trying to block. Is that? See, if
Yeah,
I'm here
well,
like this, you don't see that fucking glare. As soon as I move, I
yeah, but
don't
I can't
understand
see
why the
your
glare's at.
can't see your face when you lean back.
My fault. Anyway, guys, uh, match was good. Congratulations to Jillian, new U.S. Women's Champion. Um, honestly and truthfully, after that, what in the hell did you put here?
In
Uh,
ring promo for Queen of the Ring, Wade Barrett had Jade Cargill come out and then Asuka. They started going back and forth, and then Naomi interrupted and said that she had the power. Jade pushes Asuka to go for Naomi. Asuka gets pissed off and gets to her feet and then attacks Jade, and then bam,
oh God,
another commercial. So, where do you
commercial
stand on
central
Queen of the
today.
Ring? Where do you stand on Queen of the
Queen.
Ring?
Hold on, I'm trying to fix this to where this is somewhat fucking seeable here.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine, man. Do what you got to do to get there. You go, Scooter. That is a lot better, actually. I like that. I like that.
I've got this sitting on my iPad, guys. Like for real, it is
That
sitting
works.
right on my iPad. All right, so this match, this whole segment, everything we could have done without.
Yeah,
Obviously, they're both going to be there to say, hey, lay the claim, blah blah blah. Naomi really didn't need to be a part of it. I feel like there's no point in having her going after those two
No.
when neither one of them have earned that title shot yet. Like that was really senseless in my thoughts. However,
Yes.
they did go with that. Naomi, I hope they got something planned for her because the fact she's women's Money in the Bank holder, it's I'm sorry guys, it's stupid to me.
I would like to point out that every time that Tiffany Stratton wrestles, and I said this to you earlier, she comes out to try to cash in and gets thwarted. Listen, man,
Oh yeah,
that's all
oh yeah,
propaganda. That's all propaganda. She's not going to actually cash in until Jade Cargill wins Queen of the Ring and then SummerSlam. Just saying.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I feel as though you're absolutely 100% right about that.
thank you. Match number 3 was a tag match. It was DIY taking on the made up team, and I'm going to say that because we did not know who Andrade's partner was. Andrade and Ray Phoenix. Let's talk about that entrance, dude. That
Oh
was a
man,
create a superstar fucking tag team entrance, and it was
man,
great.
it was fucking perfect. Like you get like I don't I know that they come up with other scenarios. You know, what ifs. You know, what if we tag Andrade and Ray Phoenix together? How would it look, guys? I'm here to tell you now. Sell that shit.
Yeah,
Sell that.
that's a
That was
good
fucking
tag team.
solid.
That's a great
Like
tag team.
it was a high flying, action packed match. The ending was a, I think he calls it the Mexican Muscle Buster
Yeah,
or the Mexican. No, it's the Mexican Muscle Driver is what it's called.
yeah,
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 yeah, because he does the driver with it. So I think it's called the Mexican Muscle Driver. Into I think he calls it the Awakening or something like that.
yeah,
Andrade's finisher.
yeah.
But I mean, just the way that it was transitioned, it works so well. Give these two a good run. You know, Andrade's been back for a while. Give him something to do
Yeah,
because fillers and shit like that, it's below his pay grade, guys. Like he deserves more. Okay.
he really does. He really, really does. Um, Next thing we got was the yin and yang promo for Cena and Punk. Listen, we've seen this a couple of times already. The first time it was good. The second time it was tolerable. But the fourth time, man, I didn't even watch it. I think I stepped to the bathroom during that segment just
I
because it
played on
was the
Facebook 30
same.
minutes.
It was the same fucking promo. No one cares
Yeah.
about it because, but that's the gimmick. That's what they're selling. That's how the tickets sell. So they got to do what they got to do. Truth come out calling John Cena only for Aleister Black to be behind him and hit him with a black mass. That was because he got up in Aleister's way in the back, right in front of the
Yeah.
GMs.
Yep, yep.
Man,
Earlier in the night, they were trying to figure out what what was going to happen with Aleister Black next, and Truth just kind of cut in and cut in front of him and told him to get out of his face. And Black, being who he is, just decided, okay, I'll take care of it myself, and he
actually,
did.
the beginning of that segment had the two GMs before Aleister Black walked up. It had them
Yeah.
discussing the women's tag team championships.
Oh,
So, yeah, I think that they're going to strip the girls. They may not. I think they should just put Roxanne in Liv's place, but I
I
don't know that
think
they're going to
they
do that.
you okay. So you didn't see that Monday. So on Monday, Raquel called out Rhea.
Hmm.
Okay, Rhea come out. They got in a little bit of a tussle. It was right after Roxanne had just had her match. She actually comes down to the ring and saves Roxanne from going through a table.
I did see the
And
highlights. Yeah,
she gets hit for that, but Raquel ended up picking her up, you know, showing her some love. So I feel as though they might already be going ahead and transitioning Roxanne to pick up sort of like Naomi did with Jade, and
maybe.
doing another. Oh well, this one takes over as tag team. Did you know though? Speaking of the tag team championships, women's championships,
Uh huh.
Liv Morgan has been a champion 4 times.
Yes. Yes, I
Each
did know
one
that.
of those times, she has had a shoulder injury that has taken her out of the tag team scene.
You see, I did not know that part.
I did not know that until I was watching a couple of clips the other day, and that came up. And yeah, it was like I sat and thought about it, and it did go actually back through and show when she got hurt. So yeah, that is absolutely accurate. Every time has been some kind of a shoulder injury. Liv, I respect the shit out of you. You are an awesome women's tag team champion. But man, if it's
Yeah,
gonna cost you injury, maybe stick to heavyweight. Women's championship. That one seems to do you better. You don't get hurt within the first 60 days.
I agree.
Like you held
I
the women's
agree.
championship for a year, and you've done absolutely wonderful with that. Stay in that area. That seems to be a better fit for you.
I
All right, we are back from break.
Yep,
Da-da-da-da.
yep. So now that we're back, let's talk
Hmm.
about the next segment, shall we? I believe that this was the Street Profits. Is that right? I've lost my
Oh
notes here.
yeah.
Hold on. There they are. Yeah, backstage with the Profits. They were asked about a game plan. Said they got to show why they are okay too. So the Street Profits came out. We got another commercial. Blah blah blah. Uh, then the Wyatts came out. Strong start to the match. We're starting to get the advantage. Then all the other tag teams come out. There was a team in each corner, and at that point, we knew that we were going to get a DQ. Like it was inevitable. So
It really was.
the match did end in DQ. The other teams got involved. The Wyatts still got the upper hand until
It was
Axiom went to fly and
Fraxium and the Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah.
Uncle Howdy caught him with a Sister Abigail,
Oh
and
yeah.
then didn't the Street Profits put Uncle Howdy out of the ring after that?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure they did, and
Street
that was
Profits ended
it.
up standing tall at the end of that. So
Yeah, which the champions needed to. I feel like.
yeah, I mean it's their division, so that was the best scenario there. I'm glad that I really figured they would like, and as soon as I seen the rest of the tag teams come out, I felt relief, and I'll tell you why. I want to see the Profits actually get a little bit of a run with the tag titles before actually having to drop them, probably to the Wyatts
Yeah,
to get the
they
Wyatts
probably
in
will.
relevant.
They probably will drop them to the Wyatts, but I don't see it happening just yet.
No,
Probably come. I want to say Octoberish, maybe War Games even. I don't know.
mm, no, I think War Games will be Wyatts versus
One member of each team.
a few of those teams put together.
Okay, okay,
Probably more the face teams like Fraxium and Motor City will
maybe.
probably be the ones that actually go because Los Garza's a heel, DIY's a heel. Um, what do we have tonight? We had Street Profits, their faces, and the Wyatts are, I guess, tweeners, but heels. So you got a 50-50 split. So a lot of good matches can be made out of all that. But
The the next segment, however, was a show of respect out in the parking lot between Jimmy and Jacob. They had an honest conversation about staying out of each other's way while getting in where you fit in. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, I cannot believe that got over as well as it did,
I,
but it has, and I
it
mean,
really
it,
has.
it
It has.
sells. It sells. But it was just a very quick segment. Just to show respect between both of them, and it puts us into our final match of the evening, which was for the women's championship. It was the last woman standing match. Nia Jax looks to regain the title from champion Tiffany Stratton, and man, this match was brutal. Like I was very impressed with this match. I was glad that they actually got to go out and beat the living hell out of one another.
Me too.
I thought that was the best way for them to actually show out. And we've already talked about this once, so you don't have to adjust your headsets or nothing like that. Naomi makes another appearance,
Yep.
trying to go for a fake cash in and fails horribly.
Once
Uh,
again,
there was one, two, three. There was four different table spots in this match.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
Samoan drop from Nia to Tiffy that led us into a commercial break. There was a straight splash from Nia to Tiffy on the from the ring apron to the outside.
Yeah.
That I really thought Tiffy was done. Off, after that, I thought she was going to get up. No, they let that go solid.
Yeah.
Tiffy finally gets her revenge on it when she power bombs Nia through a table off the second rope,
Yeah.
and then at the end of it, she hits Nia Jax with the uh, money in the bank briefcase. I'll learn how to speak here in a minute, guys.
You might.
Uh, but knocks her into some tables, gets that nice 10 count, gets the victory. Tiffy Stratton still your WWE Women's Champion on a
Yeah.
solid run, if I say so myself.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was a really good match. I got to say, probably the highlight match of the night. So, if I had to pick one out of the five, that would be the one I picked. But I'm a Tiffany Stratton fan, so I'm biased.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. The CM Punk John Cena thing. The coolest part to that, it was the ending of the show. CM Punk comes out, calls Punk basically a one-trick pony, says he's had his number the whole time, blah blah blah, until he hears his former music, the Thugonomics theme hit, to which
Word
we
life.
get Punk Life on the Titantron, and here comes Punk dressed in old Cena attire with the Cubs jersey on, and on his rings on his wrist, like his knuckle rings, it said drug free.
Yeah, it did.
I
Yeah,
love
it
that.
did. It
But
boom. It was great.
it's basically the same song and dance. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna destroy your legacy. Blah blah blah. It's a money match, guys. That's all it's there for. CM Punk's getting paid a lot of money. Cena's getting paid a lot of money. Riyadh's getting paid a lot of money. WWE's getting paid a lot of money. That's all this
Yeah.
is anymore, guys. It's a money game, and that's going
Yeah.
to be a strong money grab. So with that, that's the end of the SmackDown review. However, since we're actually only about 20 minutes into this show, I would like to ask you if you'd like to kind of do predictions for tomorrow's Night of Champions.
Of course, but you'll have to remind me what all matches we got.
If I get these wrong, guys, please butcher me. But I'm
Done there.
actually going to go and I'm going to look up Night of Champions card.
That's a good idea. That way we don't get ridiculed in the comments. That would be great.
Even if we did, I mean, I guess I kind of deserve it. It's all right,
I'd
though.
take the engagement. Just saying.
Yeah, right.
So what you
All
got?
right. Full match card. All right. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start at the bottom, work our way up because we've got. We have the undisputed championship. We have the United States championship, and then we have the King and the Queen of the Ring final. We have a street fight, and we have a singles match. So we're gonna start on that singles match. Singles match tomorrow night: Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn.
Carrying Cross.
Agreed.
Do you know why?
No argument from me on that because he
Do you,
needs it, and
yeah.
he's doing so much selling for them right now. Like they are marketing the shit out of him right now because of the fact that he opened his mouth.
Sami Zayn does not need the push. He is already a main eventer.
Yep.
Karrion Cross can't even get a TV match. He needs the win.
And
So
look, I'm gonna say I give him credit because you're right. He couldn't get a TV match. He's only been doing like main events and shit like that. He
yeah,
gets 15 to 30 seconds of TV time, and then to get awarded a PLE match,
yeah.
like that could be a very big step in the right direction for him. And I feel as though he definitely deserves that.
Do you,
that Stormtrooper Cup.
well, it's a Vader Cup, really. Um,
That's great.
so here's a question. Do
Sure.
you know about Karrion Cross being afraid to take bumps?
I read that, and I have to say, I've never really paid attention much to that.
Me
So
neither.
tomorrow's event, I will be watching that a lot more closely.
I'm going to say, since the online community pointed it out, he probably will take more than usual.
I would say you're absolutely right, but
So,
that might be what you want to see. Okay, you want this push? You need to learn how to take bumps, bro. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
want
part of the
you want
business.
you have to be able to eat what we need to eat too.
You cannot
Anyway,
expect to come in on a PLE and not be able to take a bump. I'm sorry, you can't.
no, you're absolutely right. If he takes 5 of Zayn's moves off the top of my head, I'm sitting here thinking of like the ones that like are more risk reward types. I'm thinking Blue Thunder Bomb. I'm thinking Brainbuster. I'm thinking
Hmm. Hmm.
just a straight suplex.
Yeah,
He's known for doing a super suplex. He's known for doing a German, things like that. If he takes those moves tomorrow, I'll feel as though that may have just been a rumor and people just want to talk shit.
yeah,
However, let's move
probably.
on to the next match. Next match is a street fight: Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez.
Bro, bro, mommy is always on top.
I hate to disagree with you.
No, go ahead.
I agree with the statement you made. However, I feel as though Roxanne Perez interferes in that match somehow, and Raquel Rodriguez gets the win. And then that may actually set up Monday being like, okay, you helped me take care of my Rhea problem. Now I need you to help me defend these tag team titles.
Right, right.
It's a good
That's a
possibility.
possibility. That's
That is a
actually a
possibility.
good shout, man. That's not a bad
So, hey,
storyline.
just know it's 11:37 at night, and I tagged that shit.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, let's
What
move
we
on. Who we got next? All right, United States Championship: Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa.
all gas, no brakes, baby.
All
You know
gas,
what
no
I
brakes.
mean?
I'm definitely a Jacob Fatu fan that way. Uh, I feel as though Mateo's probably going to get involved. Jimmy's going to get involved. The
Yeah.
only way I see that going wrong is if Jimmy was just using it as a ploy to get back with Solo and go from there. It's
Okay.
always there, guys. That's always there. There's always some kind of ploy with that whole fucking family that could happen. Not to mention, like I
You're
said,
not wrong.
Tongaloa and Tamatonga are
Tomatonga.
both supposed to be on their way back in. So,
What better place than Riyadh, right?
right, right. All right, moving on. Queen of the Ring Finals, Asuka Jade Cargill.
I want Oscar to win, but I think
Mm,
Jade Cargill will.
I'm gonna say I agree with you on that. I think the storyline's already kind of set in, so it wouldn't make much sense not to have Jade Cargill actually get her 15 minutes of fame now. Bianca's had
Hey,
hers.
let's face
Naomi's
it,
had hers.
both
Jade
these
really
women,
needs it, guys.
both these women are going to get title shots on their own respective brand anyway, regardless of who
And
comes out on top. Just saying. Oscar and Io's already kind of set. Jade and Tiffany, that would be a hell of a match. I want to see that.
again, we got to see it once, but we didn't get to see it really well. We got to see it
No.
enough to get a DQ, and then people take notice. People take notice, guys. All right, King of the Ring, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes.
I've talked about this to death, but I'll say it again. Orton's never picked up a King of the Ring victory in his 20 some years there. Neither has Cody, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think he has.
I
Um,
don't think he has.
Cody's going to be around a little bit longer than Orton is. I think
I
Orton's
agree.
going to take the win. I know I would. It doesn't matter because either one of these guys are going to lose to Cena. Cena's on this Cena train, baby. It's done.
No sure words have ever been spoken, Rotato. You are
But
absolutely right. Does
Orton is
not
my
matter
pick.
who takes this. They lose at SummerSlam to Cena.
Yep.
I am going to say that I feel as though they're going to give it to Cody Rhodes. So again, we're going to agree to disagree. I would like to see Orton win just for the simple fact, like we discussed earlier, he got
Hmm.
screwed out of last year's. This is
Yeah.
retribution and redemption this year. I can see that. However, they've still got Cody on a high train, and they're trying to continue to push. So if they want to continue that, he really needs to take this. And
So,
main event of the evening. Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
no, that was my question. Is all we got left the main event?
Yep. Main event of the evening. Undisputed heavyweight championship. Champion John Cena defends against CM Punk. Sorry to say, I am a CM Punk guy. Cena takes this victory.
I'm gonna go one further. Cena does win, but he exits the ring, climbs over the barricade, turns around, and blows a kiss on his way out.
Replaying CM Punk the whole way. I agree. I agree. I don't. I like what they're doing with this, but I don't like.
Mhm.
This is the perfect example of recycled material.
Yep,
These
entirely.
two, these two, these two in general, guys. Okay, these two in general could write a story themselves. They don't need writers. They could go out there and improvise and tell a story and have us all sitting at the edge of our seats.
Yeah,
This is recycled. I'm not the biggest fan of it because I mean, I guess it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't the same two people doing it. Does that make sense? Like
entirely.
most of the time when you see recycled storylines, it's different people using them. This is the same two people that done this 14 years ago, and now they're doing it again. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a fan.
No, no, it's to the point, man, that nobody cares. Nobody cares, and that's fine.
It's true.
That's
It's true, guys.
fine. I just, I let's go back for a second because there is something else I want to ask you.
Uh,
The past few weeks, right? We've had a good SmackDown, a great SmackDown, a wonderful SmackDown. Tonight, meh,
it was the
and that,
go home show, bro.
meh, like I just there's nothing
Go
really
home
for me to
shows
get
are
behind.
never as popular or as good as your regular shows. Regular shows, you're starting to build storylines or continuing a storyline. Go home shows, you're at the end of the storyline where you've already made your point across, say, the first 2, 3 weeks of the storyline build.
Yeah,
So by the time you get to that last week, that go home show, and you're saying the same recycled shit again, you're bored of it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right?
I mean, you're not
Like, not
wrong.
just to have it to you guys as well. Like, tell me I'm wrong. If you don't want to hear the same shit over and over again, I'm going to kick Cena's ass. Okay. So I've heard that for about since he became champion, which was WrestleMania.
Yep.
So we're already at July. So he's been champion for about 2 months strongly, and every week it's the same damn thing. Same thing, different person, same result at the end.
Yeah,
Like, have somebody get Cena within like an inch of losing that title, legitimately.
yeah.
Make somebody an actual threat. All you fed him so far is legends in the business, and like I said, I think it was last Friday. I feel as though this is like a legends storyline to get their names popular again.
Well, it's Legend season, so
Yeah, it is. It is. However, I feel as though they could do better. I feel as though they could do more. But I mean,
I agree.
yeah, I'm just a simple person, guys. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Oh shit!
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
fucked that up. That
that's the
just
only thing
happened.
I was. Yeah, I was just afraid of that too.
All right,
You know what?
so
Hold on. Oh, I can do this.
um, I think that pretty much takes care of it. There are some, as you guys can tell. I want to go ahead and point out I am in a different background. Things are
Which looks
changing
great.
IRL, so uh, we're going to. I might end up missing a show. I hope not. Yeah, I might try to do one from Discord. I don't know what's going to happen here in the next couple of weeks, but my living situation is different. So we'll get back to that in another time. That being said, all in all, what are we giving SmackDown tonight?
6, maybe.
6 is good. 6 is good. I'll
6
take
is
that.
good. 6 sounds like a. What do y'all think, chat? I mean, I think 6 is solid. really,
Yeah,
and that's really being generous, so to
yeah,
speak.
yeah.
Sorry to say, but
All in all,
but anyway,
it
guys,
wasn't that bad.
yeah, yeah. They could have done better. They could have done worse, sure, but they could have done better. Let's hope that Not a Champions is better than SmackDown was tonight.
Now we will not be live directly after Night of Champions. We're going to stick to our regular time, about 10, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So just be
But
aware that we're still going to cover it, but it'll be
we're
later.
probably going to run through that a little quick because that's a double day for me. So
Yeah,
I'll probably, I'd say we'll probably still go solid 45, and then that'll give me like another 45. I'll just push the stream back a little bit and play a little more.
yeah.
I mean, it's no biggie
It,
really.
it'll be all right.
But
It'll be all right.
anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the WWE SmackDown review for June 27th. Again, not so much of a great show, but a show nonetheless. Leading us into Night of Champions tomorrow, guys. We went over a recap of the show. We gave our predictions for tomorrow's event. So the last thing we got to do is ask you guys, what's your thoughts? What's your ideas? What's your predictions for tomorrow? Make sure that you leave them down in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, guys, make sure that you bust us some comments. Let us know how you feel and what you think the predictions for tomorrow's Night of Champions is going to be.
And don't forget, as always, anytime you guys want to come join us on the stage, you are more than welcome to. I have it pulled up every time we go live with our wrestling review, and we take all callers. So please make sure to join our Discord, link in the description. So, guys, that being said, I'm your co host, MJ Hat. That's Buddha, and we will catch you tomorrow. Later.
Later, guys.